ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातन्नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातन्नमामि। ॐ श्रीहनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Nishadaraja Guha goes at the camp of Bharata, where Bharata, all the three mothers, Guru Varya, and all the Praja are there, and he understands it. They have not come to wage war against Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji. And once he is convinced, he also signals all his soldiers, and then once they all get the signal, they slowly disperse and then they hide out in their own places as planned earlier. And then Nishadaraja, he arranges everything for all the retinue of Bharata. All of them are Gharatarutarasara Bhagabana Basa Banayini Jai in 196th Doha we saw. All of them are given proper, the best of available places they gave for everyone. Some with some quarters, some under the trees at the root of the trees, and near the ponds and groves and orchards. Everywhere they were all given for them to lodge for the night. 197th Chaupai we continue. श्रृंगबेरपुर भरत दीख जब भेसनेह सब अंग शिथिल तब सोहत दिए निषाद ही लागू जनु तनु धरे विनय अनुरागु एहि विधि भरत सेनु सबु संगा दीखि जाई जग पावनी गंगा राम घाट कह कीन्ह प्रणामो भामनु मगनु मिले जनु रामो करहि प्रणाम नगर नर नारी मुदित ब्रह्ममय बारि निहारी करिमज्जनु मागहि कर जोरी रामचंद्र पद प्रीति न थोरी भरत कहिउ सुर सरित वरेनु सकल सुखद सेवक सुर देनु जोरी पानी बर मागउ एहु सिय राम पद सहज सनेहु एहि विधि मज्जनु भरतु करी गुर अनुशासन पाई मातु नहानी जानी सब डेरा चले लवाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Singabera Bharata Dikha Jaba. When Bharata saw that beautiful place, Sringaveripura, Bhesaneha Saba Anga Sithilataba, he was overpowered by lot of emotions. See, this is a very important point. When you have, I am sure all of you will endorse this statement and will understand this condition of Bharata. When we have love towards somebody, whatever that person has done, we find that love being, kindled in ourselves. If they have sat in a particular place, we adore that place. It is after all one chair. Is it not? I remember when I was in Sandipani, Sadhanalaya in Mumbai, where Parampuja Gurudev was there, and then a lot of seva was being done by the brahmacharis. Wherever Gurudev sat, people used to go and do namaskara. And while doing namaskara with so much of bhavana, so much of love, so much of reverence we used to have. Brahmacharis, when we were given some work at Gurudev's kutira, we used to feel so good, we used to feel so blessed. Why? Because of that love, because of the reverence, because of the devotion and our submission at the feet of Gurudev. Pratyaksha pramana. When for a guru we have this much, what to talk of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji himself? And Bharata, being his own brother, he was overpowered by emotions when he saw the beautiful place Sringaveripura which Bhagavan Ramchandra ji had visited. Now see how his emotions are seen. We can see. सोहत दिए निषाद ही लागू जनु तनु धरे विनय अनुरागू. Nishad Raja Guha learning that Bharata is so emotionally overpowered, and then he could also see the love Bharata had for Rama. Similarly, Bharata, when he saw Nishad Raja, Parasparam Bhavayantaha, both of them felt each other, the amount of love each one had towards the other, the amount of humility, the amount of love, the amount of submission. Each one of them could, actually feel. Ehi bidi bharat thenu sabu sanga dikhi jai jaga pavani ganga. In this way, Bharata, with all his army, people, everybody, went towards Gangaji. River Ganga was flowing. He went and saw Ganga. And what kind of Ganga? Pavani Ganga, the one who purifies everybody. He also must have spoken about Gangaji. He must have narrated some story, etc., etc. And then all of them, Rama Ghata kahi kinha pranamu, bhamanu maganu mile janu ramu. He did pranams there because very beautifully Tulsi writes, Rama Ghata. Nishad Raja tells Bharata, this is where Ramchandra ji took bath, Sita ji took bath, Lakshman ji took bath. This is how they went. And then they took bath and came. At that time, Bharata was, his heart was beating so fast with so much of joy, so much of love, so much of devotion. He almost felt Ramchandra ji going there, taking bath and coming back, Sita ji, Lakshman ji along with them. Karahi pranamu nagara naranari. Along with that, all the Nagara, Ayodhya's women and men, they had come. All of them also went there with lot of devotion. All of them also took bath. They bowed down. They did namaskara. Mudita Brahmamaya Bari Nihari. They were so glad to see that beautiful divine stream where Bhagavan Ramchandraji and Sitaji and Lakshmanji took bath. Ramachandra Pada Preeti Nathori. And they felt this particular place is so blessed, abundantly blessed. And they also loved that place so much, all the more because Ramchandraji had trekked in that path. Along with that, the beauty of the place. They were all very happy. Bharata kahevu sura sarata varenu. Hey Ganga, Bharatji exclaimed as though, loudly he said, Hey Mata Ganga, your sand also is so delightful. And to your devotees, or rather to Bhagavan's devotees, it is like Kamadhenu. All the devotees, when they come and then they take bath in this Punya Nadi, it is like devotees gaining the blessings. And it is like Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow. And when they come and take bath, you fulfill their devotees. So he was so happy. Jori pani bara magahu yehu. He folded his hands and he said, Hey Mata, I ask you for only one boon. What is that? Siya Ramapada Sahaja Sanehu. Please bless me for that spontaneous love, the natural love, the deep love and devotion towards the feet of Sita ji and Ramchandra ji. That is all I ask from you, Hey Mata. Ehi bidi majjanu bharatu kari gura anusasana pai. Later, taking the commands from the Guru, having taken a dip in Mata Ganga, मातु नहानी जानी सब डेरा चले लवाई. And also knowing that all the mothers also had finished their bath, everything, and then he made them go to their own lodgings. Please go and then take rest. Tomorrow morning we have to go. जहाँ तहाँ लोगन तेरा कीन्हा, भरत सोधु सब ही कर लीन्हा. सुर सेवा करी आय सुपाई, राम मातु पहिगे दो भाई. चरण चापि कहीं कहीं मृदुबानी, जननी सकल भरत सनमानी. भाई सौंपी मातु सेवकाई, आप निषाद ही लीन्ह बुलाई. चले सखा कर सो कर जोरे, शिथिल शरीरु स्नेह न थोरे. पूछत सखहि सो ठाऊ देखाऊ, नेकु नयन मन जरनि जुडाऊ. जहाँ सिय राम लखनु निसि सोए, कहत भरे जल लोचन कोए. भरत बचन सुनि भयउ विषादु, तुरत तहाँ लय गयउ निषादु. जहाँ सिंसुपा पुनीत तर, रघुबर किय विश्रामु. अति स्नेह सादर भरत, कीन्हेउ दंड प्रणामु. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. जहाँ तहाँ लोगन डेरा कीन्हा, भरत सोधु सब ही कर लीना. When people got into their own places of stay, Bharata made enquiries. He checked up, is everything fine? Are you comfortable? Is this okay for you? He went and talked to everybody and made sure everybody are comfortable. And people also interesting. People will never, even if there is some small, discomfort, they would not look it as a discomfort at all. Why? All their minds are so much, united, connected with Bhagavan Ramchandraji. Therefore, there is no lacuna at all they can feel. So when Bharatji went and asked them, they say, no, it's fantastic, fine. Like how many people also, oh, wonderful, wonderful. When they come home, are you comfortable? Oh, yes, perfectly, I am feeling at home, we say, isn't it? Similarly, all of them must have told, I am feeling at home, at Ayodhya, etc. Sura seva kari aaya supai, Rama matu pahige do bhai. After worshipping all the gods and everything for the night, then they took leave of all of them, and then they went to mother's kutira. Bharata and Shatrughna, do bhai, both of them went to mother's kutira. Charana chapi kahi kahi mridubani. Bharata, when he showed respect to all of them, and then they sat down, both of them sat down with mothers, and then they started, massaging their feet. Janani sakala bharata sanamani. And then they spoke to the mothers with very, very polite words, humble words, etc. Bhai hi saumpi matu sevakai, apu nishad hi leeni bolai. And after that, slowly he told Shatrughna, Bhai, you take care of the mothers, I will just come. So Shatrughna obeyed, and then he left. Apu Nishada Hilin Hibolai. He called the Nishada and then he said, please come along with me. Chale Sakha Karaso Karajori. He held Guha's hands and then he went along with them. Sithila Sariru Sanehanathore. When he held Nishadraj's hands, he was so happy. Why? Because he could not serve Rama, but Nishad Raja had the opportunity and blessings of serving Rama, and because he is the Sevaka of Rama, Bharata felt so happy holding the hands of Bhagavan's Sevak. You know, emotions are something which is so beautiful. These arrogant, egoistic people can never understand emotions. पूछत सखई सुठाऊ देखाऊ नेकु नयन मन चरनी जुड़ाऊ. He asked, friend, Sakha, please show me all these spots where Ramchandraji walked. Show me where he slept. I want to see those places. Please show me. Ne kunayana manajarati jadai. His eyes were full of tears. That inner emotions were seen in the eyes of Bharata. Incidentally, Nishadraja also had such emotions. Therefore, they saw each other, the other person's wonderful emotions towards Ramchandraji. Jahan siya Ramu lakhanuni sisoye kahat bhare jalalochana koye. Where siya Ramu lakhanu, Sitaji, Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji, wherever they had slept, kahata bhare jalalochana koye. He saw the whole place. His eyes were filled with tears. Bharata Bachana Suni Bhayavu Bishadu. Nishadraj was, he was fully distressed by hearing to Bharata's words. Turatataha lai gayavu Nishadu. And immediately he took him there. To all those spots he took everywhere. And, Nishadraja Guha has never seen this kind of love towards Bhagavan. This much of love itself he has not seen, in fact. Therefore, he was also so moved, overpowered with the joy of love of Bharata towards Bhagavan. Jahasim Supa Punitana Tara. Under Simsupa, the Ashoka tree, under the holy Ashoka tree is where Ramchandraji, Sitaji had rested. Raghubara Kiya Bishramu, Sitaji and Ramchandraji. Atisane Hasadara Bharata Kinevu Danda Pranamu. Bharata, he fell flat at that place. Kine Danda Pranam, he fell at it because he was overpowered with reverence towards Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Kusa Sathari Nihari Suhai Kinhi Pranamu Padachina Jai Charana Rekharaja Akhina Lai Banai na kahata priti adhikai Kanaka bindu dui charika dekhe Rakhe sisa siya samalekhe Sajala bilochana hridaya galani Kahata sakhasana bachana subani Shri hatasiya biraha dutihina Jatha avadana nari bilina Pita janakadivu patatara kehi Karatala bhogu jogu jagajehi ससुर भानुकुल भानु भुवालु जेहि सिहात अमरावती पालु प्राणनाथ रघुनाथ गोसाई जो बड़ होत सो राम बड़ाई पति देवता सुतीय मणि सिय सांथरी देखी बिहरत हृदय न हरिहर पबिते कठिन विशेषि सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कुश संथरी निहारी सुहाई। When Bharata saw that beautiful kusha grass on which Bhagavan had taken rest, Kinha pranamu pradachina jayi, he did pradakshina to that place. With all reverence, with all love and affection, with so much of bhakti, devotion, he did pradakshina to that place. Kina pranamu, he did namaskara also. Charana rekha raja aankhin laaye, banai na kahata preeti adhikaye. You know, where Ramchandraji's head was placed, where did he place his head, where did he place his feet, all must have been told by Guha. Then Bharata took the dust from that place and applied it in his forehead, and he must have put it on his eyes also. Here it is said eyes. We all have the habit of putting it in the forehead. Bharata took it to his eyes. Banai na kahata preeti adhikayi. The amount of excessive love which, overpowered Bharata cannot be described. Banai na kahata. It is not possible to express through words. Kanaka bindu dui charika dekhe, rakhe sisa siya samalekhe. And then it is said, some of the golden parts of Sitaji's ornaments were fallen there. Rakhe sisa siya samalekhe. He placed it with reverence on his head, and he treated them, the gold particles, as though it was Sitaji herself. Therefore, feeling as though it is Sitaji, he put it on his head. Sajala bilochana hridaya galani. See, this is not very ununderstandable, etc. We all see, in our case, we see Param Puja Gurudev's Padukas. When you go and do namaskaram to Paduka, if you go near Bangalore, there is one place called Paduka Mandira. It is called as Paduka Mandira, where several great Mahatmas Padukas are kept, and Param Puja Gurudev's Padukas were also kept there, and we all went and visited that particular place. Every Paduka very beautifully organized, labeled and everything. When you see that great Mahatmas Padukas, when you touch that Padukas, you feel so, as though you are touching their feet only. I am talking of people who have got bhavana. Please note. These are all something which has to be felt. Just by hearing. I am carefully using the word hearing, not even listening. When that feeling comes, you will understand how wonderful it is. And we people, in particular me, let me tell you that I had the great blessings of being with Gurudev. And I had the greatest fortune of even touching Gurudev's feet. In one occasion, Gurudev blessed me by asking me to massage his leg. You know, when you do, I have in a life I have done that. Physically I have done. And now when we touch the padukas of Gurudev, it is as though Gurudev is there. It is a feeling, it cannot be expressed much in words. Bharata also felt the same thing. When he took that gold particles, he felt Sitaji herself was there, therefore he kept it on his head. Sajala bilochana hridaya galani, the tears constantly was dropping from his eyes. He was, he was full of, they call that word is very interesting word, remorse they call. There was full of guilt in him because he could not do anything to them. He felt that he was so, what do you say, he was not really blessed enough to be with him and do seva to him. So he was feeling guilt. Hridaya Kalani. Many of the words are like that. You can't express it in another language. Kahata sakhasana bachana subani. He spoke to his friend Guha about Ramchandraji, about Lakshmanji, etc. And what all, so many situations might have been there, incidences might have been there. He shared with Guha. Shri Hatasiya Birahadutihina Jatha Avadana Ranari Bilina. He said, these gold particles which are there, it appears they have lost the charm in it. They have lost the glow in it. Why? Because of the separation from Sitaji. And the people of Ayodhya, look at the people of Ayodhya, men and women, all of them also saw all of that in a sense of, deep sorrow because of the separation. Pita janaka do patatara kehi karatala bhogu jogu jagajehi. To whom I would consider them of the father only. Who? Janaka. And who is so great in this world, and he is an ascetic. See, bhogu jogu karatala. Janaka Maharaj, he enjoyed the complete, luxuries, bhoga. At the same time, he also enjoyed jogu. Jogu here means yoga. He was an ascetic. At the same time, he also enjoyed luxury. He never allowed luxury to get into his head. Very, very important statement. Janaka, that is why he is called Videha. What is Videha? The one who is Vigata Deha, who did not have an attachment towards his body. Therefore, all luxuries would never get into his head and create lot of arrogance and ego and jubilation, delight. All that Janaka did not have. Why? He never allowed luxuries to his head, and he stayed as a champion of asceticism. What is asceticism? Thereby he was continuously experiencing what is called as sannyasatvam. Though he is not a sannyasi, but he experienced that yoga, that feeling he had. Sasura bhanu kula bhanu bhuvalu. He said, father-in-law. Who is father-in-law? Dasharatha. Is it not? Father-in-law means for whom? Sitaji. Now he is talking about Sitaji. She felt that Dasharatha, who is the son of Bhanukula Bhuvalu. Bhanu Bhuvalu meaning what? Son of the race of solar dynasty. Jehi Sihat Amaravati Palu. He was the Lord of Amaravati itself. Meaning what? Even Indra Devata bowed towards Dasharatha ji. To that extent he was great. Janaka was great. Dasharatha also was great. Ramchandra ji's father was great. Sita ji's father much more greater. Jehi Sihata Amaravati Palu. Prananathu Raghunatha Gosai. What about her Prananatha? Now see, these three Chaupais here discuss the mindset of Sita ji. Her father was Janaka, a great person, and her father-in-law Dasharatha, he was revered by Indra Devata, Amaravati Palu. What to talk of Ramchandra ji? Prananathu Raghunatha Gosai. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, her beloved Lord, her consort, is no other than Bhagavan Shri Rama himself. Jo bada hota so Rama badai. Everybody feel great because of the greatness of Ramchandra ji. Now see, Pati Devata Sutiya Mani Siya Sathari Dekhi. Bharata says, even when I see those small gold particles which Sita ji has left here, that jewel, of whom? Belong to the most graceful woman, Sita ji, who is devoted to her Lord completely. Biharata hridaunaha harihara pabite kathina biseshi. He says, such wonderful people, and I have missed all of them. I have been not blessed enough to serve them. How is it that my heart is not breaking down? Why is it that still I am alive? What a terrible person I must be. Harder than the very thunderbolt. Pabite kathina biseshi. It is such a harsh, my God. Now, he spoke about Rama. He spoke about Sita ji. Now, look at his talk on Lakshmana. Lalana joguks lakhana laghulone bhena bhai asa ahi nahone purajata priya pitu matu dulare siya raghubira hi prana piyare मृदुमूर्ति सुकुमार सुभावु तात बावु तन लागन कावु ते बन सहहि विपति सब भाति निदरे कोटि कुलिस एहि छाति राम जनमी जगुदकीन उजागर रूप सील सुख सब गुण सागर पुरजन परिजन गुर पितु माता राम सुभावु सबहि सुखदाता भैरव राम बड़ाई करही बोलनि मिलनि विनय मन हरही सारद कोटि कोटि सत शेषा करि न सकहि प्रभु गुण गण लेखा सुख स्वरूप रघुवंश मणि मंगल मोद निधान ते सोवत कुश दासी मही विधि गति अति बलवान सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki jai. Lalana jogu lakhana laghuloni. Very interesting point is, Lakshmana is younger to Bharata. Lalana jogu lakhana laghuloni. He is his younger brother. My younger brother Lakshmana is so worthy of fondling. What do you mean fondling? He is a, in Hindi they say masoom ladka, very tender boy. He is worthy of fondling, cuddling. All elder brothers feel, you see. However you may be grown, for a elder brother, younger brother is a very childlike, and he was childlike also. Bhena bhai asa ahi na hone. There was never such a boy. There will not be such a boy, and there was never, there will not be now, and there will not be in future also. Asa ahahi nahone. In all three periods of time, one cannot find such a beautiful brother. Purajana priya pitu matu dulare, siya raghubira hi prana piyare. He was the darling of what? Purajana, men and women of the Ayodhya. Priya pitu matu, to his father and mother, he was the greatest delighter. Siya raghubira hi prana priyare. He was the very life of Sita ji and Ramchandra ji. Think. Siya raghubira prana priyare. Mridu murati sukumara subhavu, tata bavu tanalagana kavu. He is so delicate, so fragile. He is so tender in his disposition, not only physically, even at mental level. Tata bavu, hey, Tata, my friend, his body has never been exposed to winds. Meaning what? He had been protected very well by father, mother, brothers, everybody. He is such a tender boy. Te banasahi bipati sababhati, nidare koti kulasa ehi chati. And in spite of he being so tender, he is bearing all the hardships which I am seeing now. Oh God. It is like, like a millions of millions of thunderbolts, as though is piercing my heart. Looking at all this, how much of hardships they are all undergoing. And I am still alive, seeing and knowing about it. What a person I must be. Rama janami jagu kinha ujagara, Rupa sila sukhu sabaguna sagaram. And as far as Ramchandra ji is concerned, he is the one who is illumining this whole world. Right? For the fact that he has born in this world itself, he has started illumining in this whole world. And how wonderful the world is also blessed. He is such an ocean of beauty, Rupa, Sila, goodness, character, and then Sukha, a very, very joyful, friendly person who brings so much of joy. And Sabaguna Sagara, an ocean of all gunas, virtues. Such a person is Ramchandra ji. Purajana parijana gurapitu mata, Ramu subhavu sabahi sukhadata. The very nature of Rama is, he is the one who brings delight to everyone. Everyone meaning what? Purajana. the people of Ayodhya, Parijana, his own members of the family, Gura, preceptor, Vasishtaji, Pitu Mata, his parents, Bhairivu Rama Badai Karahi, Bolani Milani Binaya Manaharahi. In fact, Bhairivu, even the enemies, Rama Badai Karahi, they speak great about Rama. Please note, in that overwhelming experience of love, at the same time, the pain how much Ramchandraji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji have gone through, out of that overwhelming emotion, he is speaking all this to Guha. Even enemies praise Ramchandraji. And he steals the hearts of enemies also. We will see. Maricha, isn't it? He was fallen in love with Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. He had fallen in love with him. And he said, Ramo Vigrahan Dharmaha. Who said? Maricha had given that comment. Very oft quoted comment. Such was the glory of Ramchandraji. Bolani Milani Binaya Manaharahi. His politeness in speech and his mannerisms, his humility, his modesty, his behavior, everything, Sarada Koti Koti Satasesha, that cannot be described even by goddess of speech, Sharada herself, and even the millions of Sesha Sarpanaga. Shesha already have, each Shesha got 1,000 mouth, and millions of Sesha put together cannot speak the glory of Ramchandraji. They will miserably fail to describe the virtues of the Lord. Karina Sakai Prabhu Gunagana Lekha Sukha Swarupa Raghubam Samani Mangala Modanidhan. The crest jewel of Raghuamsha Mani, who is Sukha Swarupa, personification of Sukha, personification of joy, happiness. Te sobata kusadasi mahi vidhigata ati balavan. He sleeps on the ground, on the kusha grass. What has providence brought him? What has fate brought him? Appears like fate is balavana. Fate is stronger. These were the emotional expressions of Bharata. Now, before we conclude, I may take a few minutes. Before we conclude, what are all the things which we learn in these particular chaupais? First is, a devotee must have a deep love towards Bhagavan. Primary requirement, eligibility. Unless you have deep love towards Bhagavan, you can never feel the presence of Bhagavan. Very important. 2. That longingness, that eagerness to see Bhagavan. All of us claim we are devotees, but do we have that eagerness? Bhagavan is there. We lock Bhagavan's room also. God's room we have, we lock it. Why? Somebody might come and take it away. Because we don't have trust in Bhagavan himself. Think. And that longing for, to see Bhagavan is not there, will not be there if we don't have that love for him. And when it comes to certain vows we take, now devotees, please be attentive. There are so many times we take up some vow and then we are adamant in that vow. We should never be adamant, because many times vows can trouble others. As far as I am concerned, don't imagine that others will get troubled. That is also there. Don't take it as a license. When there will be a problem for others, then vow should be suspended, not given up. We are very interesting people. We give up that sankalpa itself. No, 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 no. Vows can be suspended for the sake of convenience of the near people. We can. Bharata, he gave up his vow also. Isn't it? He got into the chariot when mother told him, others are also walking because of you. Is it not? Therefore, if you don't climb, they will walk and then they will have lot of hardships. You must do it. Then he gave up that vow of walking without sandals and then he got into the chariot, both of them. So, we must also have ability to give up the vow for the sake of others. One should not definitely be a stubborn person. One should never be a stubborn person in sadhana. Sadhana is important. It is a sankalpa. But at the same time, one should never become a stubborn person in that. Then the last very important point in this section, we have one more small section, I will tell you. Do not worry about other people's, behavior pattern or they misunderstanding you because you had, suspended your, sankalpa. Do not misunderstand them. Let them misunderstand you. No problem. You need not worry about them. If they misunderstand you, it is their mind that is troubled. I should not get worried about it. Is it not? So, be steadfast in your sankalpa, but if my steadfast in my sankalpa troubles others, please be very clear. Troubling others means physical troubling or emotionally troubled. But if they misunderstand you, you need not worry about it. Be clear in drawing a proper line between the two. Alright, now certain learning from other side also. The other people, the Guha in particular, even they have so much of love, I should understand that love of the other person. Think. Love of the other person, they should understand. Their eagerness and longing towards Bhagavan, that also must be understood. Never misunderstand. 1. 2. Never underestimate or overestimate the other person. Accept that the other person is also, a devotee of Bhagavan. Therefore, never underestimate another devotee. Every devotee is equal to Bhagavan. Nobody is less, nobody is more. I am a greater devotee. He is not a devotee. He has just come to, I am a great devotee. I come to temple every day. He comes once in a week only. He doesn't do puja and all the, just one light lamp and go away and things like that. Arey Rama. There are people who do 2.5 hours puja in the puja room, but their mind is never there with Bhagavan. Whereas there is other person who might only light one small kuti lamp. Not even a big puja room or things like that. Small place for Bhagavan. But their commitment, their, surrender is something which one cannot express. So we cannot brand anybody. So never see another devotee as less or more. All are devotees equally at the feet of Bhagavan. Bharata accepted Guha as a very, very great devotee of Bhagavan. That Bhagavan himself had come to Shringaveri Pura. And when a devotee feels other devotee as inferior, it only indicates immaturity and arrogance. These are all some important points which we have to understand between Bharata and Guha Milana. That is a prasanga we have seen now. Bharata, Nishad Raja, Milana. In that, so much of learning is there. We will continue tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।